Is this
Hello.
how we had it last week?
Yeah.
Okay. Make it bigger.
I know. That's what he said.
Whoa.
And oop.
Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Good evening.
Hello, honey. Good evening, honey. Thank you for joining me on our bed for our little program here. Okay. So Thanksgiving happened. It came and went. There were some pitfalls. So we didn't know whether to set up our tree Thursday or Friday night. And we were debating. We asked Lennox and Luna. And then Wednesday night came. And I said, what are we waiting for? We're officially on vacation. Let's set up the gosh dang tree. So bust out the tree, ornaments, etc. And then we found a grievous error. Honey, can you describe what happened?
We need 2 strands of lights for our Christmas tree, and one of our strands was burnt out.
Yeah.
I don't know how old those lights are.
Right. And it's Wednesday night. We're not going to head to the stove. Thursday, everything's closed. So tree was delayed until Friday.
It stood naked for 24 hours.
Right. It was sad. It was I was like, I almost took a picture and I was like, why would I take a picture? This is just
depressing.
Yeah, pathetic. Thursday morning we woke up. I woke up before you and I instantly Googled which fast food restaurants are open today on Thanksgiving. Fun fact, Jack in the Box is open on Thanksgiving, and so is your local Chinese restaurant. Well, at least one of ours was. I called Uncle the Peace Cuisine because I had fantasies of going and getting Chinese food. We didn't get Jack in the Box. We didn't get Uncle, but there's a few places that are open on Thanksgiving, but most everything's closed. The fire alarm went off. Can you tell us more about this, honey?
I was in the shower when our smoke alarm started going off. Is it called a fire alarm or a smoke alarm?
Smoke alarm, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. This happened about 2 weeks ago.
Right.
I was also in the shower
when
it happened 2 weeks ago.
It was you and Len.
Right. You weren't here the first time this happened.
Yeah.
So I'm yelling at you from the shower.
Yeah.
Push the button.
Yeah.
Because there was no smoke. You
Yeah.
looked around at first. There's no smoke. There's no fire.
There's a little fog outside. And I'm like, is there a fire outside? Because that happens. Fires come and fires go in Sacramento or whatever. I'm like, is the fire outside? Is the smoke coming? So I closed the windows. And then, there's a smoke alarm. Where are the smoke alarms?
They're throughout the house.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly, but the thing that makes the noise is downstairs in our entryway.
Yeah. There's one down there. There's one on the second floor, our living area, right outside Luna's room. There's a third one in Lennox's loft. I didn't know this. I started freaking out. I didn't have you. You were showering. And so I've been in similar situations where I had to fan at a smoke detector. So I grabbed my laptop. Normally I would grab a piece of cardboard to at the smoke detector, but I ain't have no cardboard. And I was like, the laptop is flat and can produce wind velocity. So I start swinging my laptop and I was like, this is really stupid.
I didn't know you did that.
If it flies out of my hands.
Well, also there was no smoke, so you weren't accomplishing anything with that.
I know. Well, I didn't know. You were cooking, so things were happening in the kitchen. So I just started freaking out. Okay.
Yeah, the oven was on, but there was no smoke coming out. So I'm yelling at you, push the button, turn it off.
And I'm looking at the smoke alarm outside Luna's room. I'm like, well, what is she talking about? But meanwhile, you mean the one downstairs.
Yes, this happened a couple of years ago too.
Yeah.
So I'm well versed in how to handle our smoke detector.
Yeah.
So I told you, get a chair.
Yeah.
Stand up and push the button to turn it off. Because
Yeah.
I think it's a false alarm, basically.
Yeah.
So you're down there fiddling with it. It's still going off.
It's still
Minutes
loud.
pass.
Beep.
I finally get out of the shower. I dry off. No, I don't dry off. I wrapped a towel around myself.
Yeah.
And I went out there because you needed me.
Yeah.
So I went down there naked but my towel.
Yeah.
And I was like, move, let me do it.
Yeah. And so you hop up on the chair, and then you said, hold the towel in case one of the kids come down. I'm like, okay. So I'm holding a towel like we're matadors bullfighting, and I'm luring the bull with this sheet. I'm trying to hold it in front of you, and I'm like, this isn't a very good cover protector. But you can get it.
No, I pushed the button and nothing happened. I can read the little instructions.
Yeah.
And so I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
It just keeps going on and on.
Yeah.
And so I told you, just leave it alone. It'll go off eventually. But you persisted.
I kept fiddling with it, and I was this close to cutting the wires with a pair of scissors or some pliers or whatever.
I did succeed in yanking out the battery.
Right.
But nothing happened. It kept going.
Right.
It kept beeping.
Yeah. So I put in the battery, I took out the battery, put in the battery, took out the battery. Then it stopped, and then it started going again, but not as often, like once every 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Finally, I just replaced the battery and put everything back into order, and it's fine now, but that was quite the beginning.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. So the battery gets old again.
Yeah. And then I made us breakfast. I made us eggs with chicken apple sausage. I don't know why I buy chicken apple sausage.
I don't
buy
know
it.
why you do either.
I don't buy it often.
It's terrible.
It's alluring. The chicken, the apple, the sausage. But I've only had it a few times in my life, and every time I have it, I'm always like, why is this a thing? But there were big chunks of chicken, of apple inside the sausage, and I was just like, this is no more. Never again. Never again. You had a busy morning, honey. Well, when we were comparing mornings the night before, I said, well, I'm going to start getting ready at around noon. And then you had a whole list of tasks. Can you go through that?
Yeah. My first task of the day was cook the banana bread, bake the banana bread. Got that done. That takes like an hour to bake once you get it in the oven. So when that was done, I had to take a shower, and then I had to do my makeup, and then I had to make my green bean casseroles, and then I had to curl my hair and get dressed.
Yeah.
That was my agenda.
It was a whole deal. And so, fellas out there, I encountered something on this Thursday morn, that I had not encountered before. And guys, let me know down in the comment section if you can identify. You said, I have to get ready. And I was like, okay. And then after a couple minutes, I went in and I was like, what's going on? And then you proceeded to explain the difference between getting dressed and getting ready. I thought they were the same. For me, they're the same. I put some gel in my hair. I throw some clothes on, and I'm ready very quickly. But can you talk about getting dressed versus getting ready, honey?
Well, getting dressed is just one small part of the getting ready process. You have to do stuff to your skin. Like sometimes you need to shave, sometimes you need to lotion.
Yeah.
You need to brush your teeth, you need to floss, you need to do your hair, you need to get dressed.
Your 4-step beauty routine.
There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah.
So
and then
those
getting
are
dressed.
two very different things,
Getting
very
dressed
different processes.
Getting dressed is putting on yoga pants and a hoodie.
Getting dressed is, when we go to grocery outlet, I just throw on some clothes and I'm ready to go.
See, that's what I'm used to. And so that's what I was expecting. And when you were in the middle of your get ready with me, I was like, why is this taking so long?
Well, once in a while, this doesn't happen often, but I actually take time to like style my hair and put on makeup.
Yeah.
You don't see me do that very often because I just don't. Maybe 5 times a year we do something that I get dressed up for.
Yeah. I guess men have a getting dressed versus getting ready, but the time difference is about a minute and a half. It's just I put on pants and gel in my hair, and then that's my 4-step K beauty routine.
And
the green bean casserole presented some problems, honey. Can you go into that?
I was planning to make 2 green bean casseroles because they're in like an 8x8 tin. each one, and they're not very big. And I personally love it. I knew I was going to be eating a lot myself, so I thought we need 2 for everybody. But then I'm pulling out all the ingredients, and I realize I am way short on the fried onions. I only have enough to not even make 1 casserole of the fried onions.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, what's open today? And that nothing's open. Turns out Dollar Tree is open on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like all day. They are open like 8 to 5.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. So I had to drive over there. I bought all their fried onions that they had on the shelf. And
and they were the tiny bags. Like they don't sell the Costco size bag or the family size.
Yeah, very small. But I got home. I'm making the green bean casseroles, and then it turns out I had way more than enough fried onions. Before I left to buy more, we were doing the math. It was like 6 ounces divided by 2.5 cups, or like how many cups is in 16 ounces? I was asking you all these math questions.
There was a lot of math involved. I felt like I was in algebra again. You were asking me to convert things, cups to ounces, ounces to millimeters, miles to yards, and you were asking our Google Home thingy to convert various measurements. It was a lot of math, arithmetic.
We were way off, and my Dollar Tree trip didn't even need to take place, but it added some drama to our day.
Yeah. By the way, side note, my mom bought a giant bag of those fried onions thing from Costco, and when I was down there, she was putting them on everything, man. Like pizza or carne asada tacos. She's just sprinkling. I was like, Mom, simmer down. I mean, it's fried onion. It's good, but I was just like, you don't need to litter everything with that stuff.
You know, those are really good on salad, too.
Oh, yeah. But then all the benefits of your salad go out the door.
Yeah, you're not being health conscious when you're tossing the fried onions.
Yeah, out the window. And then you dropped an egg.
I don't know how this egg rolled off the counter. I had it very safely, far away from the edge. But yeah, dropped an egg. We both tackled the cleanup process. Luckily, we had a ton of eggs, so that didn't mess with my cooking.
Yeah. And then we head out to your parents in Lincoln. Your mom texted you beforehand about her desserts and her concerns about her desserts. Can you tell us what she said?
Yeah, she texted me and said, I'm trying to figure out dessert. I have ice cream, banana cream pie, apple streusel, and pumpkin pie. Do you think I have enough stuff? I was like, I think you're more than prepared. She was a little concerned because she didn't have anything chocolate. But there was a ton of desserts. And then my brother and his wife ended up bringing a bunch of cookies and a cheesecake and another pie.
Yeah.
So the dessert was covered. It was good.
Yeah. It was tons of stuff. Fun stuff that happened at your parents'. So your brother works somewhere. We won't divulge it. And his coworker, a female, she hurt her ankle. Okay, whatever. And then her manager, so she's an underling, her manager, a male, offers to massage her hurt ankle. And at first she was like, no, it's okay. But he persisted. And then he proceeded to massage her ankle. And this guy was a creeper, long time creeper. So the TikTok T channels that I follow have been saying, he massages her ankle, and she reports it to whoever. That guy's gone. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, you can't be doing that at work.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, why did he do it?
Just a good rule of thumb is no touching coworkers.
Yeah. Maybe he's a physical therapist. Maybe he's a podiatrist. Maybe he knew what he was doing. Maybe he was a massage therapist. And he was
unlicensed for fun on the side masseuse.
Yes. It's his gig. It's his gig job. Your brother, different brother, their family went to Run to Feed the Hungry, which is a Thanksgiving morning, 5K, 10K thing. Would we ever do that, honey?
No, I have done it a couple times,
Same.
but not since I was like a teenager.
Yeah.
I don't think you and I will ever go to a run
No.
or sign up for that.
Too early.
And our kids would not be down for that.
Oh my gosh. And I just think of parking and I think of having to pee. And it sounds horrible, but they look like they had a grand old time. Nothing political was said. Kind of disappointing.
Yeah. I was relieved, but maybe it would have been fun
Yeah.
if somebody had brought up politics.
Yeah. Tell us how Wayfair sold those cages that you put children in again. Your mom got us a Costco gift card. They did like Christmas early.
Yeah.
They were like, here's your Christmas present.
That's our Christmas present.
And a card, yeah. We don't know the amount, the denomination. But
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do? Do you want to say how much?
I thought you knew.
I don't know.
It's written on the card, honey.
Oh, I didn't see it.
No, I shan't divulge it on the podcast.
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. But it's a close grandma race between who's gifting us the most, highest amount in Costco gift cards. And let's stay in the race, Grandma Liz and Grandma Tian. Keep giving us those gift cards. I thought the banana cream pie was super good.
It was so good, and it was sugar-free.
Yeah. And it's simple. It's just a graham cracker crust, some pudding, bananas inside the pudding.
I didn't know you were a banana cream pie
I didn't know I was either.
I will make you that. It's very easy to make.
I generally like the cream, like the chocolate cream. Pies are good. But it's just pudding. So I'm always like, I'd rather go pecan or something more exotic or elaborate. But I thought, yeah, those are really good. And then your mom she had ham, rolls, stuffing, mashed potatoes. It went on and on. But one decision I made was I skipped the gravy. I did butter on my mashed potatoes because we had paper plates, because obviously you don't want to do, well, when your brothers and all their kids get together, it's like 20-ish people in your parents' place. So we had paper plates, and then they do have a dining room table, but oftentimes you're just eating like with your plate, your paper plate on your hand, and you got to steady it, or on your lap. And I thought gravy would just flood everywhere and go everywhere. So a little pat of butter, and your mom uses Kerrygold, right?
Yeah, so she has the good stuff that you don't let me buy.
Premium butter, and I thought it was wonderful and fabulous, and yeah, I think I like butter over gravy.
I agree with you.
Speaking,
yeah, I agree with you. When it's the really good quality stuff and
Yeah.
it's just melted all over your entire plate,
Yes.
it's so good. I love gravy, but
Yeah.
I'm starting to like butter more.
Yeah.
I'm starting to lean away from the gravy.
Same. And further leaning from gravy continued on to Friday when you cooked, well, it was primarily me, and you dinner, honey. Our Thanksgiving dinner. Thanksgiving number 2. Thanksgiving 2.0. Bang, bang. No turkey. No peach pie. You like peach pie.
Love peach pie. Love peach cobbler. Love it. Do you like peach cobbler?
Yes.
That's like deconstructed pie, basically, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, you're not a fan of the peach. It's one of my favorites.
Well, the peaches are from Fruit Cocktail. Del Monte fruit cocktail pans. And, I like real peaches, actual peaches, but the sugar juice or whatever, the syrup, the corn syrup that comes with it, not a fan. Talk about what you cooked, honey, what you made us.
I cooked us a ham.
Mm-hmm.
It's pre-sliced. It was like honey baked, some sort of honey flavor.
Yeah.
So it came with like a dry rub seasoning. You rub
Yeah.
it all over, and then you bake it, and then you broil it at the end. I made scalloped potatoes. We bought canned gravy.
You made stovetop stuffing.
Yes, I made stovetop stuffing. I heated up the leftover green bean casserole I made the previous day, and canned biscuits.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, your mom sent us home with 2 slices, the rest of the banana cream pie. I ate it right when we got home. I was like,
I know. I got one bite. I was lucky for that.
I was like, it's Thanksgiving. I'm not going to let this go to waste. I mean, if she offered it to me to eat it right there in her kitchen before we even left, I would have taken her up on that offer. How did everything turn out, honey? Your dinner.
My stars were not aligned this year. Something went wrong, and everything I made turned out badly. The ham was cold. The stuffing was... I know stuffing is kind of like mushy, like just...
moist bread.
Yeah, but it was like extra moist.
Yeah.
Like it had no structure to it.
Yeah.
Gravy wasn't good.
Yeah.
Scalloped potatoes were too liquidy. The only thing that was good was the canned biscuits.
Yeah.
They were the best part of the dinner. Oh, and my leftover green bean casserole, not good. It was great the first day when it was fresh, but sitting in the fridge overnight and then being microwaved for a few minutes, it was just a mushy mess. It was not good.
Yeah.
It was a bad Thanksgiving 2.0.
It was fine, honey. You tried. You put in effort. The biscuits with butter, star of the show. In fact, you put the biscuits out and you were still getting things together, and I started wolfing down a biscuit on my own, and you said, honey, are you eating it? And I said, no, I'm not eating it. How dare you? But I wanted to get it when it was super fresh and super hot and warm, melted butter. The ham was, it wasn't cold, but it wasn't hot. Room temperature.
The ham itself was fine. Like the next day, you fried up the leftover ham.
Oh, yeah.
And that was quite good.
Yeah.
It was just the way I prepared it, I guess, or my timing.
Yeah.
With getting everything done and serving it, it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
We got for dessert from the Walmart bakery a caramel apple pie.
Yeah.
And it was so good.
Yeah.
I need everyone to respect the Walmart bakery.
I know.
Everything we get there is delicious.
Yeah. The Walmart pie was $6 or $7, but get out of here with your $20+ pies. And this is at Nougat. This is at Rayleigh's. I don't understand that. Just go with the market side, or freshness guaranteed is their really creatively titled off-brand bakery brand. What about next year? Are you going to do stuffing? Are you going to do gravy? Are you going to do scalloped taters?
Next year, I'm just doing biscuits and butter.
and
pie. Oh, you want ham?
And ham. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to do the ham better next year.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm over stuffing.
I am.
Am I over scalloped potatoes?
Yeah.
I'm over gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next year we'll just winnow down the menu and just do our favorites.
I think the ham, higher temperature and just longer in the oven, it'll come out hot. And then, biscuits, rolls. Do you want to try mashed potatoes? I know the instant stuff is fine.
The instant stuff is really good.
Yeah.
I think.
That's what you thought about the stuffing, honey? I'll eat it with butter over gravy. Maybe we should spring for the Heinz gravy instead of the Great Value gravy. I don't know. But the caramel apple pie with, we had a couple different ice creams. We had some Cool Whip. And we had leftover ham today. We're going to have a leftover ham for the next few days. And you fry it up. It's super good. It's a little fatty, but that fat turns into bacon and flavor when you fry it in a pan. Then we put up our tree. So
we finished with the lights because we got new lights.
Yeah. By the way, the only place for our tree is where Frankie's perch / Costco condominium are located. So we had to displace Frankie. We moved his perch downstairs. His Costco condo upstairs. We're like right-wing conservative politicians who want to move the homeless tents just for the appearance of the Iron Man triathlon, honey. That's what we are. I see here in my notes, honey, you broke the star topper of our tree. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I was trying to wiggle it around, and I cracked it. It's plastic. I think we got it at Dollar Tree, but it's still usable. I just turned it around so the crack is hidden.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Yeah,
It's fine. Saturday morning, we saw Wicked, the movie. Can you talk about, have you seen Wicked, the play, honey? How many times? What does Wicked mean to you in your life?
yes, I've seen the play twice. Luna and I were supposed to see it, which would have been my third time seeing it a couple years ago, but she and I both ended up with COVID.
Right.
And I had to cancel it. And luckily I got refunded for the tickets, even though it was the last minute cancellation.
Yeah.
I like Wicked. I've been a fan since it came out.
Yeah, for those who don't know, it's based on the world of Wizard of Oz. Started as a book, turned into a musical. Now it's a movie. It's part of the public domain, so you can do whatever you want with this intellectual property. I never heard of it. I know the poster of the big bad mean evil witch with the hat, and then you don't see her face. You just see like the green chin. I know that image, and I know it's a thing, but I had no idea about the songs. I didn't even know it was a book. But I was sold on. I love people dancing in sync, especially when it's 40 to 50 people. Choreography.
Yeah, you like musicals.
It gets me. I don't know if I like musicals.
Well, we've watched all the ones that have come out recently, like West Side Story, In the Heights.
Yeah.
Like
you throw on Newsies every once in a while. I'll watch that, but I like the grandeur of Wicked.
it's a visual spectacle.
Yes. It was 40 degrees, so we walked. Why did we walk? Well, we park by Rayleigh Field, Sutter Health Park, and then we walk across Old Sac. It's about 25 minutes.
Yeah, whenever we need to go to Old Sac or Doco downtown, we love to park on the West Sacramento side and walk across Tower Bridge.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about parking.
Yeah.
We get some exercise. Yeah. It's a pretty walk along the river there.
We were on the verge of driving over there because they validate and it's fine. But why did we? It was so gosh dang cold.
It was so cold, and I didn't dress warmly enough. But we decided to walk because afterwards we were going to go get a drink.
Oh, right.
And so we thought, get one drink and then walk it off before you have to drive your car.
Yeah. On the way over there, we saw a gal wearing shorts, maybe a skirt. I don't know. She was showing lots of leg. We saw guys in sandals with no socks, and it was like, wow, they're really out here. But at least it wasn't 39 degrees. I drove over to Sutter Health Park so I can control the thermostat. That's where our love diverges, honey. I like it. Well, I like the wind blowing on my face, and you don't like that. You like the lower and the windshield vent.
You like to roll down the windows.
Oh yeah.
Or when you're cold, you like to blast hot air on your face.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, I'm either 0 or 100.
And so no matter what the weather, like I can't handle the way that you do the thermostat.
I know. Well, same when you're driving, I'm constantly fidgeting, and then you fidget my fidget, and we can never live in peace.
It's a battle over the thermostat.
We got coffee at Steamers in Old Sac. It's just on a whim. We had a couple minutes to spare. I got a Vietnamese coffee. What drink did you get, darling?
I got an eggnog latte.
Yeah. It's nice in there, and they cook breakfast.
It's really nice. It was really cute, decorated for Christmas.
Yeah.
We should go have breakfast there.
So much of Old Sac, I think, I don't want to go in there because Old Sac is kind of old and dingy and musty, but some places are nice when you walk in. Some places are not nice when you walk in. But this place had it going on. I had a Vietnamese coffee. My culture is not a coffee. And I always order it, even though I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's coffee with condensed milk of some sort. But I order it because that's my people. That's my heritage. By the way, I drank 3 coffees when we were at home. I drank the Vietnamese coffee on the way to the movies. I peed right before the movie. I peed during the movie, right after the popular song, and then I peed right after the movie. Okay, I'm an old man. So we get to the theater, and we still have our coffees, and we walk in, and they have a clear sign that says no outside food or beverage. So I said, well, honey, let's just, because there were a few people in the lobby just drinking their coffees too. So I said, honey, and it's cold outside. So I said, let's just go inside and we could finish our coffees. But you gave 0 Fs, honey. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, I figured let's go through and try to get to the theater, and they'll tell us to toss our drinks. They'll tell us if we can't bring them in, but we might as well take a chance.
Right.
It's not a big deal. So we got up to the ticket guy, and he took our tickets, and he says, now you're not supposed to have drinks in here. And I said, oh, I wasn't sure.
You played dumb. I let you take the lead. I was like, I'm scared of that little ticket taker guy.
So he said, well, next time you can't do that. And I said, okay. But
Sure.
He let us go in.
I was like, we see 2 movies a year, and you probably won't be here in 6 months. But yes, next time. You were brave, honey. #courage. I followed your lead. You shot first and asked questions later. I like it. I like the boldness. The movies, I verified they sell a personal pan Pizza Hut pizza for $12.75. That's just what, they're not making that fresh there. It's frozen. And then when did they cook it up in the oven? 5 a.m., 3 a.m. the night before? I don't know who's paying $13 for 4 slices of pie, but whatever. It was a 9 a.m. show, mostly girls, but I'm in the audience watching the movie, but I'm very secure in my masculinity. I wanted to do captions, so they have this little contraption. It looks like a police scanner from back in the day. Remember those?
Yeah.
People used to have the police scanners on their dashboard to theoretically avoid speeding tickets. What happened to that?
How about you just don't speed?
But they have a thing, and because I saw YouTube on it, and it's like a little thing you hold up. It attaches to your seat, and it plays the words while the movie is happening. But I was like, that would take you out of the movie, because you got to constantly look down at this little pager deal at the words and then look back up at the screen. I just forgot, and then the trailers were about to start. I wanted to watch the trailers, so I was like, next time I'll do the captions thing. The trailers, Sonic 3. Jim Carrey doesn't do comedies anymore. Like, he used to be on top of the world, #1 movie star for broad-based comedies. Now he just does Sonic movies. I looked at his IMDb. That's it.
Well, maybe he's tired. He just wants to get his paycheck and coast through life, maybe.
Right. What about Ace Ventura 4 or something?
I don't know if he wants to. Maybe he doesn't want to go back into the comedy world.
Yeah. But being a Sonic villain is practically comedy. I mean...
Well, yeah, it is. It's different than his older stuff, though, of course.
So weird. I guess he's just stacking chips, and that's fine, but I miss his genius, his comedic chops on the silver screen. Mufasa is a movie coming out. Okay, I don't know. There's a movement to pillage proven intellectual property. Disney never met an IP it didn't want to exploit. But so, like, Lion King was a regular cartoon 30 years ago, and now they're doing the CGI Lion King. But same thing with How to Train Your Dragon. It was a cartoon, now it's live action. Moana 2 just came out, another cartoon, but now they're doing the live action with The Rock. Why? No one's asking for this crap.
No. I certainly am not. I haven't watched a lot of these new, like, iterations of these properties.
Yeah.
I'm not into it.
Right.
I think it's terrible. I think it's It's uncreative. It's lazy.
Yeah. But meanwhile, Moana 2 just made a ton of dough. 200 plus million.
I heard it was good, actually.
That's fine. But how about something original? And I realize Wicked's been around for 40 years, but it's something new at the theater.
And it's just good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't imagine wanting to see Mufasa or Sonic 3 or Moana live action or How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know. So the Wicked movie, honey, glorifying a homewrecker. Let's talk about it. What thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections? What are your initial reactions to Wicked?
I was a little distracted. Oh, are we talking about the Ariana homewrecker situation? Because when her man popped up on screen, actually, anytime they were on screen together,
Ethan Slater,
I was distracted, and that's what it kind of took me out. I was definitely thinking about the real life drama.
We elbowed each other repeatedly.
Every time Ethan Slater was on screen, you and I were like looking at each other. Ooh.
Yeah. Ariana being blonde and then having blonde eyebrows, distracting.
She looks sickly, but the first couple of scenes with her, that's all I could think about. But then I got used to it, or maybe she looked better as the movie went on.
She sang really good. How would you compare her to singers? So if Gaga and Aguilera are a 10 and Taylor Swift is a 4 and Sabrina Carpenter is a 0, where does Ariana
first
fall
of all,
on that scale?
How dare you, my girl Sabrina?
Well, what is she, 1 to 10?
She's not quite at like the Christina Aguilera level.
Yeah.
But she can belt it. She has a really good voice. She's up there.
Well, she's never really pushed her vocal cords in her little pop ditties or whatever.
I think she has on some of her songs. But I think we've never heard her sing the way that you hear her sing in Wicked. It definitely shows a new range that I've never heard her sing like that before.
Right. And you know what? Her pop stuff is tons of production, tons of sounds. It's an audio assault. But the Wicked songs, I mean, there's music and stuff, but her voice is featured, and she can bellow. The girl can sing. Let's talk about what's really important, honey. Ariana Grande's dating history. Big Sean, Mac Miller, rest in power, Pete Davidson, Ethan Slater. What's going on? She doesn't have a type.
Yeah, every guy she dates is very different looking, very different like personality and style. Yeah, she's all over the place. And the guy she was married to for a couple of years, I don't know what he did. He was
realtor.
Oh, he's a realtor. Yeah, he had a different look as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say he was the best looking. Big Sean's a good looking guy.
I would agree with you.
Yeah. Ethan Slater, not good looking. Well, what's the appeal there? He left his wife for her. What's going on there? I see her appeal, but I don't see his appeal.
Apparently, he's really sweet.
Oh, so is Pete Davidson. Ariana performance in Wicked described in 5 syllables: irresistible. Okay, infectious. Directed by John Chu, who curiously did Step Up 2, The Streets, Step Up 3D, G.I. Joe 2, Retaliation, Gem and the Holograms, Crazy Rich Asians, which was a big hit, and In the Heights, which was marred because it came out in the beginning of COVID. I read his book. Talented dude, thoughtful guy. He loves filming. Well, how he got started, he filmed his friends dancing, and he dances too. So that's where all the filming of the choreography and dance numbers, it's in his blood. Thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections, honey. Your initial hot take on Wicked.
I loved it.
Yes.
I thought it was excellent.
Yeah. I
wanted there to be more singing. I know that's weird because it's a musical, but my favorite parts were the songs, and I could have used even more of that.
Yeah. I loved it too. As the rappers say, this is a movie. Okay? It hits all the notes. It's got music. It's got singing. It's got dancing. It's got glorious real life sets. Yes, there's a ton of CGI, but they build a bunch of practical sets too. Comedy. Ariana's super funny in it. Tears. You cried, honey, when Ariana and Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, it's Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, when they kind of make amends and get together as friends, they have a moment. You cried.
Yeah, I teared up a couple times. Anytime they had a nice little friendship moment, my heart was touched.
Yeah, I didn't cry because I'm a real man. I lived. The last time I cried in a movie was Beaches when Barbara Hershey died. Spoiler alert. Well, I cried during the life of Evelyn, but that was like a documentary.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, but dramatic notes. It deals with racism and disabilities and government surveillance. It's kind of dark sometimes. I was like when the monkeys turn into birds, I was like, oh, this is kind of graphic, kind of intense. But it's a fantastic movie. It's a spectacle. It's Hollywood, movie magic. It's just, I can't say enough. I looked at my watch once because I had to pee, and I was like, how much time do I have? And I had about an hour, and I was like, I'm not going to make it an hour. But other than that, the 2 hour, 40-minute runtime, whatever, it did not affect me. There was not a down moment in the movie. I thought it was excellent.
Yeah, I had no real expectations going in because I've been so disappointed by musical and stage adaptations into film in the past. A lot of times it doesn't work when they try to translate it into a film.
Yeah.
Something's lost. The comedy or the dialogue, or just something doesn't quite translate when you put a stage production to a movie. But this worked so well. The comedy was good.
Yes.
A lot of times the comedy is like can be cringy or it just doesn't really hit.
Yeah.
This was really funny, and a lot of the comedy was more subtle.
Yeah.
Like Ariana Grande was really funny.
She gives it her all.
Everyone was so just believable in their role, and they were all in.
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo was fantastic.
Yeah.
I love her voice. I loved her acting. I loved her and Ariana together.
Yes.
It was just I was smiling.
Yeah.
I was clapping.
Yeah.
I was crying.
I clapped at the end.
I clapped quietly, like just quietly putting my hands together.
Golf clap. Two notes. Michelle Yeoh can't sing, and Jeff Goldblum can't sing. What did you think of Jeff Goldblum as the wizard?
He was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just fine.
He was Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
I'm quirky. I'm Jeff Goldblum. We get it, dude. But can't say enough positive things about it. I'm so glad we saw it on the big screen. It would have been fun at home, I guess. But being there with a bunch of people around, there were a lot of people, and they were a little rowdy before the movie started. And I was like, oh, this is going to become a thing. But everyone simmered down. Everyone quieted. But yeah, Bowen Yang was funny. And Fierro.
Jonathan Bailey is awesome. I love him.
So hot. The hotter, younger Schmidt from New Girl. That's what I classified him as. It was excellent, fantastic movie.
I can't wait to see it again, actually.
Oh yeah, the sequel.
Oh, I want to rewatch this one, but I'm glad it's only a year. They already filmed the sequel.
Yeah.
So we just got to wait till next November.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Props to John Chu, the editing team, the cinematographer, the production design, the set builders, it goes on and on. You definitely should see it on the big screen. I can't say enough. I just kept saying, that was such a good movie. That was so much fun. And the last movie we saw, Alien Romulus, that was fun. I mean, it was a good movie. But Wicked was just on a whole nother level in terms of budget and costumes and set design and direction, editing. Oh my gosh. Acting. So good. So good. A few other notes about Wicked. They go to the Shiz University.
Yeah.
That's questionable. Do you think at hockey games do they say our hockey team is the Shiz?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you. Munchkins. I thought that was a little much that they would use that. It's sort of un-PC.
What?
Say little people.
Well,
little people.
I think they're not the same thing. I guess.
I'm gonna hop on Twitter and cancel John Chu and Ariana Grande for using that offensive term. Animals play a big part. You have to watch it. They speak and they have roles and whatever. But when a baby's being delivered, the doctor is a dog, and I thought that was an odd choice. Why not have a human as the doctor?
Dogs are capable of being doctors too. Okay.
They don't have the hand-eye coordination to deliver your baby. You cried. I didn't get choked up. I mean, I did get choked up, but I didn't cry because I'm a real man. And then after we went to Tom's Watch Bar, where the full toxic masculinity was on display. So if you go to tomswatchbar.com, you sign up for their fan club. They give you a little QR code for $1 for a drink. And then we get there and we both have our emails. We both signed up. And the guy was like, I can't scan that, but we'll just change it at the register or whatever when I ring you up. Okay, cool. So we both got $1 beer, $1.13 with tax. And she did it in 2 separate transactions. Technically, it's only 1 per table, but we both got a beer, which was fine. And then I tipped $3. So a total of $5 for 2 beers. Not a bad deal. But I said, you take this $3 and spend it on whatever you want, girl. You go on a shopping trip with this $3 single dollars. So Michigan v. Ohio State was going on, and that's a big deal if you're a loser. I mean, into college football. And they were playing it on their 80 television screens. Actually, they had a few different sporting events. But Michigan v. Ohio State was their featured presentation. And can you describe the scene, honey, at one particular area of this bar?
It was loud and rowdy, and I was a little scared.
Yeah, well, I know.
It was about 12:30, 1 p.m.
Yeah.
These guys had probably been going at it all morning.
Yeah.
So they were drunk.
Yeah.
They were laughing. They were yelling. There was slamming of things on the table.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was rowdy.
They were cursing really loud. They were pounding the bar with their hands. They were hugging at times. They were going through the full gamut of emotions. It was just I don't get it.
Yeah. We finished our drinks and then I said, "Get me out of here."
I know. I was like, well, because there were people going for Michigan. There were people going for Ohio State. By the way, this is a small part of the bar. Most of the bar was just like us. People were just sitting at tables, eating, drinking, hanging out, chilling, quiet. But there were a group of 5 or so gentlemen who were so loud and so into it and so just, it was scary. I was like, if things get out of hand, my wife doesn't obey beverage policies. She'll take care of you. Other Thanksgiving-related stuff, Black Friday. I bought some earbuds for $10. J-Lab for Lennox because he's always misplacing them or leaving them at Lincoln's house or not charging them. So $10, normally $18. Okay. Bought a pair of earbuds for him. Our trash was out on the street 6 days this week due to last week's rain delay, and then this week's Thanksgiving Day. So our trash was out. Everyone's trash was out on the street for 6 days, and this is who you're composting for, honey. Are you proud of that?
I've been slacking off on the compost. I've been putting the coffee grounds and the eggshells just into our trash can this whole week. So Get ready for those fines.
Someone blew a plant and its accompanying soil into one of our garbage cans. And it was like, it's a mess. Like the dirt was loose.
I am so annoyed. Someone else this week just put a bag into our bin.
Yeah.
But a plant and soil, and now the soil is everywhere.
Yeah.
So there's just dirt in our trash can.
On the bottom of our trash can.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. Dumb. Show your face, coward. We've been listening to a lot of Christmas music, but when I go to Spotify, I type in Christmas, I filter the playlists. If I see Mariah Carey on that playlist, I don't play it. I'm over it. I usually go with the classics, Christmas oldies. Wham! Last Christmas, it's still a banger, but it's like, it's the 80s, so it's not exactly there with Bing Crosby and whatnot. But I don't want to hear that Mariah song one more time. And she makes millions of dollars every November, December based off that one song. I'm over it. I made fried rice for us yesterday, honey. Lennox's favorite thing at Panda is fried rice and orange chicken. And we got the Great Value General Chicken. We told them it was orange chicken. It's all the same. It's some sweet sauce on some fried chicken. And then I made fried rice with some garlic. And we had some Mr. Pow sauce. And I thought the General Chicken was not as good as Panda. But my fried rice was way better than the soft chalk that Panda Express purports to put out as their fried rice.
Your fried rice was really good.
Yeah.
You kept it simple. You only had some diced up garlic and eggs.
Yeah.
I would have liked onion in there too, but
Same.
you didn't feel like cutting the onions, so we didn't have it.
Yeah.
It was really good. You did well.
Thank you. Yeah, I liked it. I kind of freaked out. Well, I made it with freshly cooked rice, and you're not supposed to do that because you want as little moisture as possible. But we were in a bind, and so I was like, well, I'll just use this new rice. You're supposed to do day-old rice, and then before I poured the rice in there, like the garlic was brown and buttery and lovely, and the eggs were cooked. So I turned off the stove and threw the rice in there. And so I should have kept the heat going, thrown more oil in there, and then put some day-old rice, and then it would have fried. So I watched more videos, more YouTubes. I'm getting my technique down and everything, but I'll definitely master the fried rice. And yeah, it was good. Need more garlic.
Yeah, more garlic and onion next time.
Yeah, it's still better than Panda. I didn't like the General Chicken.
It was terrible. The sauce, the chicken, fine quality, I guess. The sauce was so vinegary. It was practically 100% vinegar. It was terrible. Yeah. Our entire house stunk like vinegar for hours afterward.
Yeah, I grabbed my laptop and started waving, fanning our stove to get the smell out. Alrighty, were we done, honey?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate. Or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for Cinemark. We don't have a promo code for Cinemark. Goodbye, my parasocial podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, I may have tipped $3 on a $2 tab, but that's fine, right? The girl didn't
That's
care.
more than 100%.
Right. But part of me was like, these are dollar beers. Just break her off a 5 or a 10. But she don't care.
No.
She barely gave us attention because we didn't need attention.
We were her easiest customers of the day.
Right. She's got to play security guard for some men who get their jollies off college boys wearing uniforms. Am I right? We don't have a promo code for her. My parents' podcast friend. Thank you for caring. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a wonderful day / night. Bye.
And oop.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender? I can't eat no longer. And oop.